Crabman from Crabman Gaming here. Today we're playing WWF SmackDown Just Bring It Story Mode with Mick Foley. This is playthrough number 23 of the story mode. So we're in for a treat today with Mick Foley, a hidden character. You will need to go to the Big Show's playthrough to find out how to unlock Mick Foley. And today I'm just going to have a playthrough and see what happens. I don't have a specific destination in mind or a specific playthrough I'm following. I'm just going to play through and try and get to the WWF title match at Wrestlemania. It's the main evented WrestleMania 2000/16. Let's not form a tag team, otherwise it just goes to the tag team pathway. Here's Vinnie Mac. I respect your decision. Opportunity for the tag team titles might not come again. That's an interesting shirt. Just trying to read what it said on it. Maybe we'll get a look later. Some people have backstage clothes and some people have just clothes they wear all the time. Here's the intro to Raw. Or Fierce Rival. Time to play.
Weighing 260 pounds from Greenwich, Connecticut, the game, Triple H.
Alright, here comes Triple H. Is going to challenge the current WWF champion, which I believe is Kurt Angle. Jeez, we're in a hot feud here. Kurt Angle, Triple H, and Mick Foley. Just in this game, strangely, as Mick Foley, mainly because he'd been the commissioner for most of 2000 and was relieved of his duties, I believe, at the end of 2000 after the Armageddon pay-per-view, and as such was a unlockable hidden character in this game. So if you want to find out how to unlock Mick Foley, go to the Big Show playthrough. Oh no, it's probably playthrough number 3 or 4. Interesting, Tron, which is not his, obviously his Mankind Rolling Car Titantron. There's a little bit of it there, but here's Commissioner Foley Titantron. Haven't seen it for quite a long time. Let's run down and attack him. Why not? Oh, so unrealistic. Mick Foley doesn't run. Here he is running. Should have run slower. I haven't done many of these run-down playthroughs. So you kind of have to knock your opponent out. And I found this a lot as well. They'll tend to go out of the ring a lot as well and make this match a little bit long. But don't worry about that too much. Now it's going to be difficult because I usually recommend a match. However, Mick Foley didn't wrestle very many matches under his real name. So if you want an actual match with his real name, WrestleMania 2000, he wrestles as Mick Foley in the Fatal 4-Way. McMahon in every corner. Triple H will just hide out there. It's so annoying. However, my recommended match, which is not Mick Foley's best match, but the match with probably the loudest crowd reaction almost of all time. It comes from it depends when you want to count it, but the December 98 or January 99 Raw, where he wins the WWF title for the first time. And just the moment where Austin's music hits is probably the loudest pop in wrestling history, and then the pop he gets when he wins the championship is it's just one of the best moments ever. Alright, let's try and get him on the table. Wonder if he's got a pile driver or suplex through the table. It's good to do that first time. Usually it takes ages. You can hit them with equipment, but I don't really think this causes too much damage. A fan favorite of many. So that's my match, Mankind versus The Rock. However, if you haven't seen Cactus Jack versus Triple H at Royal Rumble 2000, you are missing out. It is an absolute gem. No Way Out 2000 is excellent as well. And just to make things even more confusing, there's I think a hardcore match, or maybe just a no rules match. Cactus Jack versus Hunter Hearst Helmsley from a Raw in, I want to say 97. So lots and lots of good Mick Foley matches for you to go and watch.
He's furious. Look at the situation now.
Actually, he wrestled in TNA as Mick Foley, I believe. So there you go. If you want to
Was great the other day.
see some matches as Mick Foley, you can find some 2009 TNA where he shockingly became TNA World Heavyweight Champion. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I just mean that he hadn't really wrestled regularly for about 9 years, and I thought it was cool. He was going to have a cage match against Sting, and yeah, that'd be a cool little match to have as a challenger. And then he actually won the championship. Had a short 2-month reign
Scoop slam.
with the TNA title. And Triple H going on the outside again,
Clothesline.
which makes things difficult.
Mick Foley and Triple H are
Now the only annoying thing here would be if I get to my finisher and I'm thinking mandible claw or double underhook DDT, and that doesn't end this match because it's just it's a knockout or submission only.
pace competition.
You've kind of got to build up a whole nother finishing bar. So what I might do is just get to my finisher, just do a little bit more damage,
Hey, hey.
and then I might do the finisher.
Irish whip.
Sadly, no chairs around the ringside area. There are chairs backstage,
Looking good.
but your weapons are the stairs, the camera, the mop to the right. There's a box to the left, which is a really,
It's great.
really bizarre weapon. I think there's a fire extinguisher somewhere up near the stage, but I've never bothered to go get it.
Watch out.
Alright, let's... Oh, there's a nice pile driver.
Pile driver. Will the
Might see if I can hit a second pile driver and then my finisher. And that should be enough. I'm glad he didn't counter.
surprise. This
Wonder what the default finisher is. Is it the claw or is it the double underhook DDT? Both should be enough.
gosh. I'm sure Triple H will do well tonight.
Oh, doesn't knock him out. That's frustrating.
Gosh, there's the finisher. I can't believe what happened. This will be an historic match.
So this first match can go for quite a while, but if you do win, you end up in the exact same match later that evening, but you start with a finisher, so that makes things a little bit better.
Always shows a high quality match.
Ooh, powerbomb.
That's not gonna work.
I'm pretty sure there's no pinfalls in here. I might Oh, thanks. Taking those out of the ring. I might actually attempt a pinfall in a moment.
I think it's over.
Hopefully I haven't been playing these the whole time
Double claw is really
with pinfalls available. Hopefully, oh, that's near the ropes.
pinfall. Watch out.
That's probably a rope break anyway. That's what I was trying to avoid.
Oh.
Come on, get back in the ring.
Mick Foley and Triple
Oh, this is frustrating.
beating continually.
And if you get knocked out, so if you'll get a match against this opponent either way later in the evening. If you get knocked out, you just have I played that with one of the early characters, I'm trying to remember who. You only start with half a health bar. You can still win.
Landed right on the face. That must have.
And if you win this, you start with a finisher automatically. Which I could be in danger here. If I get a pedigree,
Seeing his next match.
I might not kick out. No, there are no pinfalls. That's reassuring, as I thought there weren't pinfalls, and I was worried then I could have just pinned someone the whole time.
What a counter. Will he finish?
Alright, let's try and get to a second DDT. We'll use my good clothesline. If you ever need a good, reliable move, there's lots of counters, but your running grapple is pretty good. If you can hit it just right, not like that, they block it very rarely if you've got a good amount of space. Alright, here we go. Double underhook. Oh, blocked. Don't tap me out. I've had that before as well, where you'll get submitted by just a random submission move in this first match as well. It has happened to me before. Yeah. Oh, that. Well, I'm gonna have to see if he's got. Maybe this will work. Some sort of submission. I might have to just keep working on this chin lock, because I don't think I'm going to get another finisher before Triple H does. That's really strange. 2 finishes. Triple H. He doesn't like jobbing or giving up in this game. I think it was the Kurt Angle. It was the Kurt Angle playthrough where I did this exact match against Triple H, and Kurt Angle's probably the wrestler with one of the highest attributes in the game, and it was a real battle to keep Triple H down in this first match. Let's see if I can submit him with this choke. He can submit eventually. It took a while. But this is taking, this could end up being the longest playthrough. Some of the longest ones have been about 45 minutes for a story mode. This one might end up around that time. If you're enjoying this playthrough so far, which thank you for sticking with me if you have. Maybe you've just skipped through this match, but just flick a quick like down the bottom and have a look at some of the other videos. Lots of other playthroughs. Lots of wrestling on there. Let's see, I don't think a regular move can knock them out. I think it has to be one of your finishes.
I heard that Mick Foley has a devastating mandible claw. It's payback time.
So maybe this could be the first story mode that might crack the hour mark, but we'll see how we go.
What a counter.
I do know the path to the WWF title, but what I might do is just have a wander around backstage and try and do something I haven't done before while still following that path.
Triple H are showing some serious competition.
I could get another finisher here before Triple H. I wonder if there's a time limit. Is there a 10-minute time limit? You can, during the path, you can end up with a ultimate submission match, and that only goes for 10 minutes. This has nearly been the same length. I think I've shown you just about every one of his moves.
Mick Foley is the superstar of the World Wrestling Federation.
Thanks, Michael Cole. How insightful.
I can't watch this. Ouch!
Oh, there's a pedigree. This could be all golden shovel. Oh no, that's not enough either.
Pedigree! Oh man.
Really, really weird. This should be a really quick, like if you play Slobber Knocker mode, which you have to unlock Fred Durst and to unlock the SmackDown Fist Arena. I know it's not quite the same, but you do 3 moves and someone's knocked out. It just seems knocking someone out. It's like this is just a rundown at the start of Raw. This isn't a, this isn't like a last man standing or something. This seems to be the longest match type in the game. And I'm debating for this next finisher whether to go for the double underhook again or the mandible claw, which I assume is direction and L1. But it might not be. Alright, let's give it a go. Nope, it's pulling pile driver. And it's still not enough. My goodness, that is just rubbish. If you want to skip through till this is done. Oh, here we go, yes! Oh, spoke too soon. What rubbish was that? That was terrible. Why'd they make you do that for 9 minutes? Hold on, Mick Foley, you can't just walk around here doing whatever you feel like. Eating up 10 valuable minutes of Raw with that rubbish. Let's book it again. Have the final 10 minutes on Raw. I have an interesting match for you tonight. It's the same match you just had, but you get a finisher to start with. And you can pin him, so it won't go for 10 minutes. Alright, V-Mac. Plenty of championships. We know Mick Foley's career took him from WCW to ECW to WWE, with some stints in Japan early on as well in some of the IWA death matches. Pretty hardcore stuff with some nail boards and barbed wire. Here's Foley. Triple H had enough of your entrance. I'm not even letting you get called out here. Had enough of you already, Triple H. Wonder how quick we can make this match. I'm going in hard. It's something I didn't remember. It seems to be buried deep within the archives while I was doing my research. I know a few people know of his two-time tag team championship reign with Mikey Whipwreck in ECW, but few people remember, and indeed I didn't even know this until I was doing my research for this video, that Mick Foley was WCW tag team champion with Kevin Sullivan. That is something I had no idea ever happened, so he is one of the few people. I might have to look that up after. I've just seen it on a bio, but I'll have to have a look, you know, who they defeated, maybe see if it's on the WWE network somewhere. So he'll be one of the few wrestlers to have held the WWF /E, WCW and ECW tag team championship, while actually being a member of all three companies. I know the Dudley Boys did it, but they won the WCW tag titles while they're in WWF. Maybe is there anyone else? I wonder if there is. Alright, I might go for my finisher and see if I can... Oh no, see if I can get a quick pin. Don't want to hit it straight away. You're not... Oh, that is a mistake. Pulling pile driver. No, of course Triple H isn't going to lose to just one finisher.
The arena is feeling the heat.
Of course he isn't.
Laying in the corner.
I joked about this before, but it's like having to face the final boss first. It's like the game is backwards. I know if we fight for the title, it'll be against Kurt Angle, but gee, Triple H is extremely stubborn to defeat. Like, you can defeat him, but he just will not go down easily. Oh, another pile driver. Well, that actually was probably it.
Pile driver. I've never seen a fight like this before. Everyone respects.
Let's see if this will be enough. No, Triple H was playing dead, but it was all a trick to keep kicking out. Even starting with the finisher, it's still going to take a while. Triple H, the counter machine.
What is he going to do from behind?
Alright, come on, Mick.
Won't last long. Oh my gosh!
So Mick Foley, as well as Mankind, the inaugural, I can't say that word, that's a tricky word to say, inaugural hardcore champion, when he was gifted the title by Vince McMahon. But people seem to remember that, oh, he's the hardcore champ, must have this amazing reign. He only held the title for 2 weeks, and I'm pretty sure he lost it on his first defense as well. I think the boss man, oh, he was in the ropes. Rookie mistake. I thought he was going to hook the leg. Mick was too lazy to hook the leg. Tag team champion with Al Snow and also The Rock and Kane. And Steve Austin and Chainsaw Charlie. 8-time tag team champion. You forget about some of these reigns. So he was tag champ with Austin as Dude Love. Tag champ with Kane 2 times. Hey, that's it. Tag champ with The Rock 3 times, and Al Snow as well.
Here is
and also the WWF champion 3 times, although his 3 reigns were only for a combined total of just over a month. So sometimes you think, oh, Mick Foley was the champ 3 times, and he was the champ for a long time. It was the Attitude Era, so the belt was being flipped quite often. Not quite as bad as the 17 WCW title changes in 2000, but it still changed hands a lot. So even though he had 3 reigns with the championship, he was only the champ really for a month, which isn't really a long time. Alright, finally Raw's done. It took 20 minutes. Let's continue. We'll go on to SmackDown. And this is where your story branches. So if you come out to the ring, you follow the WWF title path. And if you stay backstage, that's where you can go for the IC Euro Hardcore Light Heavyweight title. Here comes the Big Show, former WWF champion. In the game, it's hard to believe people are talking about me and Mick Foley and who is going to open up WrestleMania 15. Big Show says he's the only one who deserves a shot at the WWF title. And you can choose to come out to the ring. If you're serious about challenging for the title, come out here and face me man to man. These two had an awesome Boiler Room brawl as well. I can't remember what pay-per-view it was from, but if you can find it, that is a great, fun, gimmicky match to watch. Show up on stage. Big Show versus Mankind in the Boiler Room brawl. Might have been Backlash 98, 99. Big Show wasn't there in 98, 99. Yeah, I'm going to say Backlash 99. Why don't you shut that big mouth of yours, Big Show? I still want to see what's on his shirt. I don't remember that t-shirt at all. It says Foley. It says something, something, something Foley. I'll show you the difference between me, the #1 contender, and you tonight. I have no idea what's on the shirt. Here's the SmackDown intro. Since I know I can beat you in any contest, I'll let you choose the match type. No, I've played this before. 23 playthroughs in. 17 playthroughs to go. Street Fight's pretty boring. Don't want a last man standing with the Big Show. And definitely not having a submission match. Let's have a street fight. Royal Rumble 2000 style. Get the thumbtacks out, that's fine. Perfect match for me to show you what a pathetic wrestler you really are. Didn't see what it said at the end. It went too fast. And then if you win this match, there's actually no... Gee, if you play it this way, you actually get no backstage segments. So you get no opportunity to go around the backstage area. So I ran to the ring first, so you didn't get to go backstage, and I came out to the ring again here. So there we go. I think this is the first playthrough without having a backstage segment that didn't involve just a straight title defense. Oh, here's the Big Show, skip his entrance.
Welcome to SmackDown.
Trying to save this from being an hour long. I know you guys are keen watching through these videos, thank you so much, but you don't want to watch a whole hour of this story mode. That's what I am looking forward to, playing through the Shut Your Mouth story mode. So that's a 2-year story mode, and you can pick a character and just go through, and the storylines change a little bit, but you don't have to play through 40 times like this game. And a lot of the time you're playing a 30-40 minute story to see a special scene that is very brief indeed. So there's some cool special scenes in this game, but it just requires a lot of work to see them, and a lot of time playing similar sort of matches.
What's wrong with him?
Beautiful technical wrestling from the Big Show and Foley. Alright, concentrate.
Match. It's great. It's so cool. Look at the situation now.
See, it's a street fight, and you can get the weapons. I wonder if you can go backstage. Even though street fight should really be
This is a professional.
in the ring. Let's have a little brawl. Oh, here we go. Here's the fire extinguisher. I was talking about this earlier. I just don't really know why you'd... I don't know. Why you'd really want to come up here. I'm pretty sure street fight, you have to pin them in the ring.
Mick Foley.
Which is really the only difference between a street fight and a hardcore match. Just street fight sounds a bit cooler.
He's going for the back.
Let's see if I can pin him out here. I'm pretty sure I can't. Nope. It's got to be in the ring. Just seeing if they had the rules correct.
I'm looking forward to seeing his next match.
See, I don't really know. We can't go backstage. Is there anything over here? Nope. So not very exciting up here on the old SmackDown set. Now, you can unlock, if you play as The Rock and eliminate or score 17 points or more in Slobber Knocker mode, you can unlock the SmackDown Fist Arena. So I'm not
Phenomenal skill.
really sure why they weren't using that if it was there. And they were using this arena, it was just as they transitioned over in 2001. It's really quite unfortunate for this game at the time, released at the tail end of 2001, I think October, November perhaps, of 2001, where there'd been so much change and so many new characters, and WCW and the ECW wrestlers had come in, and all of those weren't in the game, and the set had changed, so it was really a bit unfortunate for this game that came out in November, and Booker T and Rob Van Dam are not in it, and they were there since May.
Oh, wow. Big show.
Diamond Dallas Page wasn't in it. Oh, Underhook.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that should be all. Take that, Big Show.
Gosh. There's the finisher. Magnificent match.
Use that Underhook DDT to defeat Steve Austin, pin him clean at SummerSlam 98 to win the WWF title. Was it 99? Sorry, it's 99. Which was one of the very few times that Austin was pinned clean, especially from 98 onwards. His Angle, the WWF champ, that belt looks good. That's my favourite WWF/E heavyweight title as well. Most people like the Winged Eagle or the big gold belt. That is my favourite championship, which never seems to be talked about in best titles. People love the classic 80s belt or the newer belts today, but that is my favourite championship. I was upset when they got rid of it.
Attention.
For the undisputed title. Let's not save it. Let's move on to WrestleMania. So I couldn't really change the story much because I kept coming to the ring. A true champion has fought his way to the top. A battle-tested hardcore warrior who'll let nothing get in his way. Mick Foley, Kurt Angle. WrestleMania. A very memorable WrestleMania match between Foley and Edge as well, if you haven't seen that one. Absolutely excellent match with a very fiery finish. WrestleMania 17, the best WrestleMania of all time, absolutely. I love how they come out and do a promo on WrestleMania as well. It's awesome. I think this belt looks damn good on me. Don't you guys think so? I mean, who else thinks they deserve to wear the World Wrestling Federation title but Kurt Angle? Maybe Mick Foley does. Couldn't win the championship at WrestleMania 2000. He's back to main event WrestleMania again. Back-to-back main events. Here comes the Maxter. Hold on, Kurt Angle, before we waste any more time listening to your useless rambling. Let's talk about the interest of a fair match. You want your match to be fair, don't you? And when you challenge for the title, it is always a last man standing match as well. You never get to have a normal match at WrestleMania. It's always a special referee last man standing match. And if you lose, it becomes a Hell in a Cell match. And that's how you unlock Mick Foley. Well, then you have to win the Hell in a Cell. Alright, I wonder if we'll get any special scenes backstage. I doubt it. Oh, it's Austin's line.
World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Title.
Here we go, Foley Angle with Vince as the special referee.
Weighing 287 pounds, from Long Island, New York, Mick Foley.
Alright, we'll let him have his full entrance as we've made it to WrestleMania.
Weighing 237 pounds, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion, the American hero, Kurt Angle.
Here we are, Kurt's awesome entrance. I love the monitors up in the roof as well. Alright, let's see what it's going to take to put Angle away
WWF tonight.
in this last man standing match.
There they go. Just stop it. What will the outcome of this
I'll
match?
kick it off with a powerbomb, why not?
Kurt Angle and Mick Foley will be having a match.
Shame he doesn't seem to have the mandible claw. He probably does as one of these grapples.
This match. Showing
See if he's
a champion. Anything is allowed.
see if he's got it as one of these,
Standing match.
one of the grapples that I haven't done.
Hip throw.
And let's hope that I don't lose power as the lights just flickered. A bit stormy where I am today. I say a bit stormy, it's
That's not gonna work.
scheduled to be a huge storm, and as it said
Russian
online, a once in a 5-year event. So
great
hopefully if you are watching this, the power hasn't gone out
man
and I haven't had to film it again.
will be an important match.
So all calm outside for now, while just hold on for another 5 or 10 minutes and
That's not gonna work.
then we'll be done.
Kurt Angle.
Next playthrough 24, is Molly Holly, as Molly attempts to win the... Oops, why'd I pick him up? Molly attempts to win the women's title. It's the third of the 4 women's stories.
No, don't do it.
Gone through Ivory and
Excellent move.
Lita so far, just Trish Stratus to go. Only 4 women's wrestlers in this game. 10 punch.
Oh! Look at him. He's pissed.
Got a nice rumble on the control offer each punch as well.
Wow! Mick Foley and
Alright, let's see if we have the claw. That's left and right grapple.
I'm lucky to see such
I
a...
think down grapple is that power bomb. What's up grapple?
Did you see the intensity? Mick Foley
I don't think he does have it.
in the SmackDown.
Oh, Al Snow headbutts.
One.
Big suplex from Angle.
East German suplex. Drop from that height. Kurt Angle is incredible.
Nope.
Win it.
Let's have up and down. I think one of them's the pile driver. Oh, huge clothesline. That's it. No sell it. Turn into... Oh, dropkick.
Toe kick.
No mandible claw. Maybe it's here somewhere and I just haven't figured out how to do it.
Pile driver.
You guys will probably tell me below. Oh, you needed to do this.
Everyone respects.
I probably did. I just thought he had it when I started.
This rivalry will definitely
I
continue.
think it's last man standing match, but there's no real point going to get any weapons. Although let's see. I've got an idea. Let's see if I can either pile drive him or DDT him through the table for the finish.
Hurry, hurry.
That'd be a cool finish. Although I'm not sure anyone wants a last man standing for
This last
the main event of WrestleMania.
is great.
It is quite hard to position them on the tables as well. In the later SmackDown games, you get a grapple function, like you can grapple and move them around. Here you can't, so you kind of have to be here. Oh no, where was the toe kick? That was a good spot. And they don't really like coming to you.
DDT from the head down.
So you kind of need to get them in a good position. Right on the edge. Oh, that didn't help. Nope.
Reverse DDT. I think it's over. I'm sure Mick Foley will do well tonight.
So I kind of like using this table, which looks like it looks like Michael Cole and Taz, because you can see Taz's bald head there, and Hugo Savinovich and Carlos Cabreras. He doesn't like coming close to you, which is frustrating. I might just try this table. And we have the Spanish announce table here: Carlos Cabrera, Hugo Savinovich. And we're gonna fall off.
Mick Foley always shows a high.
See, they don't go on the table as well. If there's an angle, you can't even direct them.
I've never seen a fight like this before.
Kind of need to whip them
Face crusher.
over here. Maybe slide him a little bit.
Mick Foley and Kurt Angle.
No.
Some serious competition. That's not gonna work.
Take that angle. That's a good spot, actually. The problem is if they're even a little bit, and you know you're going to get reversed if the direction you press doesn't happen. You just go in the wrong direction.
Dodge the attack.
Alright, got to get him back out the ring. This hasn't really worked out the way I'd planned.
What a fighting spirit. Who'll be the better fighter tonight?
Too much of just trying to get Kurt through the table. It's getting very frustrating. Alright, let's whip him out the ring.
The contest continues.
Might not win the championship after all. Actually, I'm a bit wary of Kurt having a finish here. An angle slam. If you go into the settings or the creator moves, it kind of ranks each move, and the angle slam is actually fully maxed out as well. So that's the most powerful move in the game. So I think there are a couple of other things perhaps that are the full power meter, but the angle slam is one. I think the pedigree might be as well. Pretty sure it'll be the pedigree. Come on, Kurt, come up here.
Toe kick.
Trying to get the epic WrestleMania moment. It's not going well. Yes, no. Just does not like being over here.
Oh, that was a nice one.
This is a good table to be near. Yes. No.
What will the outcome of this match be?
All right, now Kurt's got to finish her. Oh no, that could be it indeed.
Tell you.
German suplex finish. Oh no, I'm up. Oh yes.
Hurry, hurry. Oh my gosh.
Oh Foley, sorry I didn't get through the table.
Sure. Magnificent match. What will happen next? You can feel the electricity in the air.
Yeah, Foley's the champ. Bang bang.
Here is your winner, the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion, Mick Foley.
Can we see Mick with a championship? Foley finally wins the WWF title after an intense battle. There is our new champion. I think that's what it said. We got some of the hidden files here. I think I've finally unlocked everything. So it looks to be 11 is the Insurrection Arena. And that 51 and 52 should be Shane and Stephanie McMahon. So let's have a look, even though we didn't get to see Mick Foley with the championship. And here's the video. You can watch that on the Big Show playthrough if you want to see that one. It's not that exciting. Okay. Plus it triggers a copyright as well, which I don't mind at the moment, but hoping for the 1,000 subscribers, and then we can have a look at copyright after that. Oh, here's Foley. Gee, there's the list as well if you want. 6th champ. No one's beat Jericho yet. Hardcore, European, light heavyweight. Did he have it first? No, first time for Jerry Lynn. Leader, 2-time tag titles. We've done a lot. Oh, love it. 2nd champs. Heat Factor. Albert and Eddie Guerrero. Okay, hidden's what I meant to go to. Here we go. Complete. That was today. Ping. There would be a trophy. So you always get 33 when you beat the story mode. Even if you've already beat it, it says new. 11's the Insurrection Arena, which was actually going to try and play through soon. Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon. Awesome. Guys, thanks for watching. And tune into some of the other videos.